All right, everybody, I am back with another dynamic interview for you. This time, this woman is just so cool, so innovative, so smart. It's Ekaterina Walter, and you may have heard her name before because she is the author of the Wall Street Journal's best-selling Think Like Zook, talking about the Facebook founder and all these secrets behind innovation. She also has a rock star book on the power of visual storytelling, which if that's something you haven't looked into for your business yet, look at her, you should. And she also speaks, she's an evangelist for Sprinkler, which is a brand that got one of her startups got bought out by. She's just an entrepreneur to the core. So Ekaterina, thanks for being with us today.
It's my pleasure.
Talk about, in terms of some of the mistakes, right? These things, they seem like fundamentals, they seem like obvious choices, but what's obvious is not what is always acted upon. So how do people mess this up?
Well, let's start with leadership. Again, topic near and dear to my heart because I've seen it work and I've seen it fail miserably. There's two things that come to mind. One is ego versus humility, right? A lot of leaders that are successful, and I've seen leaders of all ages, let's not really make a mistake of saying, well, the best leaders are the ones with the best experiences. I've seen some leaders in their early 20s that are insane, that have fantastic ideas and treat their teams like gold, and really understand inherently just in their heart of what it takes, what great leadership really takes. So ego versus humility is, I've seen multiple startups that I advised, make it or break it. Having a leader or leaders on executive team who really truly understand that they don't know everything, right? One of the examples would be Tony Hsieh of Zappos. He always says, look, I know when I'm not the smartest person in the room, and I celebrate that. And most of the time, I'm not the smartest person in the room. And so, building, making sure that you are approaching your relationships with employees as a relationship, not as a dictatorship, right? So that a second one is the environment you're creating. There is a lot of leaders that believe that you need to have a military style environment. So examples, everything is on need-to-know basis, right? Or creating the environment of constant drilling or sergeant emergency is something that's going to keep the team on their toes. What history proves that it doesn't always work, because if you really look at military and how they approach it, their leaders, even though it's a very order-focused environment and hierarchy-focused environment, their leaders eat last, right? Their leaders always are trained to be to putting their team ahead of themselves. So these type of mistakes really truly impact your success. You think it's your funding. It isn't. You think, because at the end of the day, when you go out and to get a funding and employees hate the environment that you work with, even if you have 10 employees, people's not going to really believe in it. I've seen multiple founders bring the potential investors in, and the first thing 95% of those investors do is they go out and they talk to people and teams away from the founder. That's how people sort of look at it, right? So it's not about the funding. It's not even about your product. If you have the smartest teams and you have most passionate teams, they'll tell you where you're messing up with the product, right? It is about really what is that environment you're creating and that team that you're building that will take you from a startup of 10 to a startup of 500 to a really big $1 billion company.